Divas! I am up to my ears in bling still. I want to film another Tuesday, Friday talk and work in progress. And I want to use the book, continue to use the book My Friend Fear. I'm looking forward to seeing your comments on the others and this one. I'd like to keep the discussion going about anxiety and fear and kind of what it does to us, what we let it do, and how we can work through it and use our crafts and more to help us get rid of the fears and anxieties. And I think talking about it is one big way. So what I'd like to do is read a page or two of My Friend Fear and then join the discussion, and then I can talk while we bling. While I'm still sorting my bling. I'm to the purples now, but I'll show you that in a second, okay? Yeah, I realized I can't do this without my glasses. Not just the lights, but the glasses. So I want to show you what I've done so far. I have 4 of the big ones. I think I got these at Joann's or Michael's, I'm not sure which. They have, let me see how many across. 4 across, 1, 2, 3, 6 down. So there's 24 in each one. These are the whites. Let me see if I can telephoto you in a little bit. Yeah. These are the whites that don't have the iridescent to them. And I have a couple little eyeballs in here. And I have 6 that are still open on these. I have pearls, and they're glossy, they're just not iridescent. I have teardrops, I have little roses, and double pointed ones in here too. Big ones, little ones, fat ones, skinny ones, even kids with chicken pox. No. Okay, that was an old hot dog commercial in case you're too young to know that. Alright, so I have 6 left on that one that I could use. The rest are fall that I'm going to show you. These are all the silver with iridescent on them. And they're come in all those sizes and stuff too. Again, I categorize them first by color. And then, because that's the first thing I'd go for, looking for something. Oh, I need something like this. I need these iridescent. I need, gold, or I need a pink here, or something like that. And then by category, which would be either the rounds, the big rounds, the little rounds, the double pointed, the cabochons, which is just like a dome top, and the little florets, the teardrops, or raindrops, whichever you want to call them, and clear or aurora borealis type, or do they have a changing color on them? So shape is the last thing. So for me it is color and shape and then size. So okay, I got all the golds done, all the golds and yellows basically. So yeah, I like the little gold buttons, the big ones and little ones that are on here. And I have like some gold rhinestones at the bottom. They're more metal. They have, instead of the plastic or the resin, they're more of a metal backing to them. And let's see, I have the silvers. I did the gold first. No, I didn't, did I? I did the white first. And then the iridescent, and then the silvers, and then the golds, because then I went right into yellow. And the ones that I'm going to show you now are like that one color goes into another. Anyway, this is the silvers. I have silvers with black backs, silvers with white backs, silvers with iridescent, silvers that are plain. I have silver hearts, the double pointed, the cabochon, the teardrop or raindrop, whichever you want to call it, and the rounds. Some have a silver back, some have a white back, some have a black back. So they all kind of have a shading different. So those are all the silvers. Please don't ask me what I'm going to do with them. Because I am still deciding. I am doing a whole bunch of crafts and things which I will need them. These are all left over from diamond paintings that, mostly from diamond paintings that I finished that are special drills. Okay, the next I did was the blacks. The blacks and the rest of the silvers. Now see, there's, if you can see it, there's a black that has like a blue tinge to it, an AB blue, and this has a peacock, like a greenish tinge to it. I'm hoping they show up in the light, but not in the glare, maybe. I can't tell from my screen if it's showing up well or not. Then again, there's some silvers with black back, some with the silver back. I don't have any with the black back here. But anyway, these are the Aurora Borealis. They're like black and peacock, changing colors. Then I did, yeah, these are golds. You'll notice that some have a DMC number on them, and I really don't know why. But if I had that DMC number on the bag, I tore it off and put it on here. I'm not sure why. But anyway, these are the golds. Same deal. White back or silver back. I don't think I have any black back for the golds. No, I don't. And the double pointed, the cabochons. I don't have any heart. I had one gold heart, I think. But I have browns. I have dark browns in with this one too, because they kind of go with the yellow golds. Then I went to the yellows and the peach. They kind of needed, I didn't have many yellows, even though I really like the color yellow. And peach, I have a lot of, it has like an iridescent coating on it. There's a little flower. There's big ones that came in kits that I have extra of. There are the peach orange teardrop shape. I continued on with the peach into the pink. Into the pink. No, orange. I'm sorry. Into the orange. Yeah. The oranges, the rest of the browns, the pinks, and then a little bit into the red. And then the reds. Dark to light, small to large. And the reds. The reds start into the pinky purples. The light colored ones and dark colored ones. And size. Some are the pure red, some are pink red, some are the peach red, some are blue red. And then we get into the hot pinks. This is the last one I did. The hot pinks, and then the medium purples, and then the one I'm working on now that we will work on together. Because I didn't mention, I got these overseas. Some of them came broken, and I'm really disappointed. I put cracks in them. Really disappointed in that. So, that upsets me. I'm doing the purples now. I'm going from the red purples, the medium purples, into the blue purples. Because then I'm going to go into the blues, and then into the teals, and into the greens. I kind of like a rainbow effect sweeping through. I'm trying to keep all one color in one tray, but that doesn't always work. Okay, so, yeah, things are okay. I am eagerly looking forward to a best friend coming over. She is coming from a different state. She goes to a close by state to see her mom, and then, and family, and then stops by my place for a night on the way back. I'm looking forward to that. My mom has a guest room on the other side of the house that she sleeps in, and my mom, of course, being a Martha, her name's Grace, and she is every bit of grace. But at the same time, if you're familiar with the Bible stories of Mary and Martha, Jesus says that, Mary, you are busy with so many things, but your sister Martha, you're busy with so many things, but your sister Mary has taken the better part. He doesn't describe what that better part is, but I think it's sitting at the feet of Jesus and learning is what he meant. But anyway, where I am a very Mary, Mom is a very Martha. I used to call her Martha of Bethany and Martha Stewart all rolled up into one, which is true. So she's being Martha and going around and making sure everything's clean and perfect for our guest coming for one night. And she does that. I know my guest isn't coming to see that. She's coming to be with me. Although I do believe that keeping things nice and tidy is a way of welcoming your guests, is a way of saying, I care about you because you're coming to my home. So, yes, I get that. And yes, I do my part and I do what I can to help. But being handicapped with this fibromyalgia and still recovering from a broken leg from last year and, well, other things, I can only do so much at a time before I can have to stop. Okay, so anyway, we are back to doing the beads, and I'm still sorting, and I'm almost through with the purples, and then I will start on the blue, then the teal, then the green. And I hope I have enough empty cases to do all of them or most of them. Then I'm going to use the special drills in projects. I have stuff started already that I want to use them for. Okay, so anyway, I'm going to read another page or two from My Friend Fear, from Meera Patel. And I love her watercolor art on the pages. Today's pages are 22 and 23. They're on a blue background with a lantern with orange. It says, being pulled apart by fear is a continual surprise and often makes me wonder where I went wrong. If I had done things differently, would it still be here? If I were a better person, surely I'd be traveling the world carelessly, forging wonderful relationships with ease, experiencing more than I ever dreamed possible. I still have dreams like that, don't you? I wouldn't be sitting in a coffee shop in downtown Chicago, utterly stricken by fear, would I? The answer, of course, is yes. Fear would still be there. It would be here even if I said the right words or showed up on time, even if everything went exactly according to plan. You know, I often dream that way. I dream, too, that if this or that were changed, would my life be perfect? And I dream about a possible perfect life. It wouldn't be stuck with a lot of pain in my body. It wouldn't be stuck with the family depression and anxiety. It wouldn't be afraid to make friends. It wouldn't be PTSD going into certain situations. It wouldn't be like that at all. But would it? Meera seems to think it wouldn't. We would still have fear of some kind. I guess that's true. Everybody has fear. Meera continues, fear will still be here because fear is not a consequence. It's not a punishment we receive for doing something wrong or behaving badly. It's not something that we feel because we lack the strength to overcome it. In fact, fear isn't an obstacle to overcome at all. Fear is a light that is meant to guide us. Wow. Fear isn't an obstacle to overcome at all. Fear is a light that's meant to guide us. It builds strength and provides sustenance. It has the ability to split us open like a knife does a pomegranate, spilling seeds of beauty and incredible possibility from the inside. There are moments when I simply feel free, untethered from my constant fear of being different, of being judged, of being singled out. In these moments, I float. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What would your perfect life look like? What would be the perfect life for you? I still want to write my book, but I'm afraid to. And how does fear bring anything special to that process? I don't know. I guess I'm afraid to be rejected, afraid to be judged, afraid that I'm not good enough. Please let me know if I'm the only one that feels this way, or if you feel this way too. Sometimes I feel great, and I do things in spite of my fear. Just do. Sometimes I let fear hold me back, when I really should keep moving in the right direction. It's hard to battle fear. I don't want my life to be, and they're a different color, of course. A different shade. It's a whole different animal. Gee. I don't want my life to be ruined by fear. I don't want it to keep me back from doing the things I want to do. You know, in the last one I talked about my dad's agoraphobia. And he had agoraphobia to the point where it did keep him from doing things. And I swore, you know, I watched him go through all that, and I swore that I was never going to let fear keep me from doing things. And for the most part, that's true. I've gotten over some of my fears of claustrophobia, or at least I'm able to swallow down some of the panic that rises to my throat. You still can't get me to go into caves and coal mines, though. It's right out. I've gotten over the fear of spiders so that if they're on TV or something, I can look at them. But I'm not going to get near it. That doesn't ruin my quality of life to continue keeping that as a fear. I've gotten over my fear of driving through tunnels, because when I was in a group situation, we were driving the youth group from one part of the country to the middle of the country for a national youth group thing. And I volunteered to help drive. And nobody, you know, we did not notice that on my section to drive, we were slated to go through a tunnel at night. But, you know, I didn't want to show the kids that I was afraid, or the other adults that were driving or sleeping, that I was afraid to do my part. So I did it anyway. And I told you about helping to get over a fear of elevators and stuff from college, when I needed to carry my stuff up a number of floors to the 4th floor, and I wasn't going to do that every year all the time. There's a dark one. So, you know, there's a number of things that I was afraid of that I'm not now, or I know how to handle it now. But anxiety of being forming, I guess you could say. It's still there. The anxiety of not being good enough. I got over my fear of public speaking, and that's a whole nother situation all to itself. And I will explain that someday. I'm just not ready to in public yet. A few people know it. So, I hope I can share it with you one day. It's a miracle. It was an absolute miracle that happened. If you want to hear how I got over my public speaking and fear of praying or saying sermons in public, maybe put something in the comments, and then if I have enough encouragement, and I know I won't be rejected for opening up that part of myself to you, maybe it would be easier. I do have a couple books started. I have one in particular I know would be the experience of many, many women. And I'm just going to mix these others together with these. I need the room. Because I know many women go through the same thing I go through. So it's not just me. And since God has healed me from certain things, I feel that if I pass along how God has healed me, maybe it'll help someone else being healed from certain things. And art plays a big part of it. Prayer plays a big part of it. So anyway, Meera seemed to say, wait a minute, come on you, silly little baggie. There we go. Some of these baggies are not, they put them in the kits for 1 or 2 pieces, but alright, I'm not going to fuss with it. There, throw it out. Go. Meera seems to say that fear will help us get to where we need to be. That fear breaks open. How did she word it? That she feels untethered from being different, judged, singled out. It has the ability to split us open like a knife does a pomegranate, spilling seeds of beauty and incredible possibility from the inside. This is the 3rd time I'm reading this book, and I see something different and beautiful in it each time. It's just amazing to me. That's more blue. Yeah. This is on the blue side. This is on the pinky side. These two. Does that one go with it? Yeah, these are all the same. These are a little bit lighter. Those are the same. Is this the same? Not quite. I don't know. Do you have the eye for picking these little things out to the littlest degree of difference between the colors? I don't. I think YouTube is a great mediator, so to speak, a great chance between being afraid of something, to talk in public, having a lot of people hear what you have to say, but you're not standing in front of 20, 30, 100 people and doing it like that.
So in fact, I think doing it on camera for YouTube is easier because I'm removed from that part of it. Now again, I have to come down to, if I can't tell the difference between the two, then if I use them together, somebody else's eye is not going to know the difference either. It's not an excuse for not wanting to try. Oh, those two go together for sure. See, sometimes it's like bing, and other times it's like, huh? I don't know. And the glare of the light is always different. I don't know. As long as I have enough containers, I will keep going. I have to buy some more containers because the bottom's cracked. 3 of them, the lids are cracked. I can still use them, but I put a rubber band around the lid because I just know myself. I'm going to knock them over. I'm going to move them to the point where they're going to fall down. I just know myself well enough to know that. Yeah. Anyway. I'm looking forward to this summer when the kids are off of school. Again, Crystal may be helping me with some crafts. I have all kinds of little things to do with her. And if she helps me make stuff, I won't have them cluttering up my house. And she's a great little helper. She really enjoys helping. And I like having her. I like having my nephew, my grandson Sammy, too. But I don't get him as often, but my husband does. My husband, his grandfather, spends a lot of time with Sammy. They build rockets and models and, glue them together and shoot them off. And, they play video games together. He helps him do his science and his math homework. I help with English and social studies when they need me to. Sammy's so bright. On his own, he decides he wants to get his homework done as soon as he gets home, because then it's out of the way and he can enjoy the night instead of dreading, oh no, I've got to do my homework now. But Crystal's a little more like me. Like, oh, I don't want to do my homework. I need to get my Rutschies out. I need to get the Rutschi out, which is Pennsylvania Deutsch for ants in your pants. Feeling like your body has to move all the time. Is it this one or not? One thing I can't stand about these drills is that they're full of static, and that makes them jump everywhere. And I could put them, oh yeah, I still have that. That's an extra step though. I still have a pill bottle that I put some dryer cling sheets in. Pieces of dryer sheet in, and then you shake them around. And supposedly the static comes out of them. Got to the point where I know how much I can fill this little container up with before I can funnel them into the jar with enough room. This one and this one. Oh, what do you think? I don't know. What's your ideas about how fear can break open, spilling all kinds of wonderful things out with it? It's really an interesting thought. Very interesting thought. I guess in a way, fear kind of tells me what I really care about. If I'm afraid to do it, and I don't mean tunnels and spiders and elevators, I mean like writing the book and putting my voice out in public. I guess it tells me that's what's important to me. If I'm afraid to be judged, afraid to come up short, then I'm really invested in the outcome. I really, really want the outcome to be good. I want to reach people, but yet I'm afraid to speak. I don't think that Spirit wants us to be afraid of things. The angels keep telling us, fear not, for God is with us. And that's true. But you have to take a step of faith and step out of that in order to come out to the other side, right? You have to, there has to be a point where you just say, I'm going to do it even though I am afraid. And really, that's what the word courage means. It doesn't mean you don't have fear. It means that even in spite of things, even in spite of your fear, you do it anyway. I'm sure emergency responders are afraid to run into those buildings to rescue people, but they do it anyway because they've been trained to do it, because they want to do it, because their love for whomever's trapped is bigger than their fear. It overrides it. So I guess I have to concentrate on you, dear listener, and what you might need, and keep my mind on how the things that I say, since they've helped me, may help someone else, may help you get through your day, may help you get through your scary situation and live your best life the way I know we are supposed to be able to do. Maybe I'll do it for you where I wouldn't do it for myself right off the bat. Maybe I'll do it for you even in spite of my fear, because it needs to be done. It gets my voice out there again without having to actually be in front of people. They can read the book instead. What kind of book is it, you might ask? Well, I might tell you. It's... Did I? Yeah. It's about healing in creative ways, creative healing from sexual assault, and the emotions that I've gone through over the years, and how God finally led me through to healing. It is taking the gifts from the past and allowing them to overshadow the anxiety that comes from that, from social situations because of that. I can't interact with certain people in certain ways because of my fears. And sometimes it keeps me from even seeing the people I love, because I feel judged by some. You ever feel judged by your relatives sometimes? Judged that, you know, what you do or who you are isn't good enough, isn't ever enough. Now, I'm not specifically talking about my parents. My dad passed about 6 or 7 years ago now, and he was really the one person in my life who was unconditional love for me. I didn't have to do anything or be anybody I'm not. He just loved it. Loved me being around. We didn't have to talk or anything. We could be sitting there reading books together because we were both introverts. He was a teacher. I liked teaching. And I learned a lot from him. He liked acting in the playhouse. I liked acting at the playhouse. When I felt I could memorize the words well enough. I helped him out a couple times as an understudy for his main actress when she had a week or two she couldn't be there. That was a blast. So yeah, that didn't belong in there. I don't know why I chucked it in. So I thought that was fun. It didn't matter what I did or didn't do. My daddy loved me through and through. I used to keep my environment perfectly clean. I didn't have much to keep together. Now I have too much to keep together, and the way I clean, the way I keep things, the way I'm disorganized at times because I get involved in a project and forget what else I need to be doing. She reminds me of that. And I'm sorry if I don't live up to people's expectations of me. I am learning to be who I am. I'm learning to be someone that I like. Not necessarily how someone else expects me to be. I can't be all things to all people. I just can't. It don't work that way. So, how was I going to do this? These are more blue, more iridescent. These and then that one. All right. I have four more purples. Then I can go right onto the blues without having to have half a tray to use. That'll be fun. Yeah, so, I mean, there are things that I love doing, but you know what? I love doing them alone. Or with one person that I dearly love. You know, my husband and I like to just sit inside and watch TV and YouTubes in the evening. And just hang out and be together. He reminds me of my dad like that too. We don't need much, we just need to be together. You know, we accompany each other when we need to go places, and we eat together most nights and all that kind of stuff. I'm a pastor with mental health issues. Maybe it's a little too forward for others to hear, I think. And maybe that's too much. Maybe I'm risking having a future post by saying that. But you know what? There's got to be a point where we get honest. There's got to be a point where we say, I'm okay even with this. I'm okay. Either accept me or don't. This is who I am. I do believe that my mental health issues have cost me one job. And that's a shame because I really loved it there. Oop. Those two are clearly not the same, but they're different sizes of the same thing. So I can probably put them together so I can get these in another one. Because they're clearly purple and not blue, but they're on the bluish tint side of purple. Anyway, then I'll have the purples done and I can move on. Move on, Queen Bee. Well, thank you for hanging out with me today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want any spiritual encouragement, I do offer prayer and daily readings on my Drawing Nearer channel and YouTube channel. Soon we will have a website up with the book that my friend and I wrote together about art and prayer together. I do have an Etsy channel, and right now I have a lot of scrapbooking kits. I have one Happy Planner kit. I have a couple Smashbook journal kits. And they're not just that. There's an Illustrated Faith one there too. I have an abundance of goodies that I will never be able to use in the next 40 to 50 years. And trust me, I'm over the hill. I'm hoping to live another 50 years. I'm way over the hill. But only God knows how long I'm going to live. Anyway, I have more here than I know what to do with. Even if I don't buy another thing. Except glue. The rest of my life. And I want to share it. Instead of hoarding it, I want to share it. I did one time, I have to say, I was pastor of a church for like 10 or 11 years. And I still adore them. I still talk to some people from that church just as friends. But there was a women's shelter up there that I used to volunteer with. And I would bring crafts in and help do crafts with the kids. And with my confirmation kids, I used to do all kinds of creative things in their confirmation class too. With them, I like fun, learning with fun, with a purpose, not boredom. But anyway, I had a whole closet, a whole cabinet full of goodies, craft goodies, like colors and markers and papers and scrapbook papers and marble notebooks, like the composition notebooks, and all that good stuff. Tons of stuff. Ink pads and different type of stamps and stickers and yarns and loads of stuff. So before I left that church, I knew I was going somewhere else, I packed that whole cabinet closet full of goodies up and took it to the women's shelter. It was like the day before a major snowstorm. And where I was a minister, those snowstorms would come down and you'd be like stuck inside for a day or two. And the kids would be out of school for a little while. So I knew they'd need something to do. So I just took my whole craft closet and took it up there, and they were so thankful for it. I don't mind giving away things like that. I do not mind giving it to someone who's going to use it and love it, who can't afford it otherwise. And I have so much stuff here that I will have monthly giveaways on this channel. As soon as we hit a certain number of subscribers, the first goal is 100, and I do have some stuff put aside already for diamond painting. That is part of the contest, so keep an eye out. Like and subscribe, and get friends to subscribe if they're into diamond painting and scrapbooking and all kinds of crafty things. And I don't know, one of you will win really soon, and I'll let you know what you need to do to win when we get closer to that milestone. We're a third of the way there. Okay. Well, I hope to see you soon. See you in my next Fearless video. Thanks. Bye.